Namaste everyone. We feel so happy to see so many of our friends and family here attending our daughter's Arangetram and so many watching online through the live stream. We are truly grateful.
Completely agree. We wish Meghna's grandparents could be here too, but they could not travel from India at this time. We are sure their blessings will always be there for her.
It has been a journey for Meghna to arrive to this point. I distinctly remember when she came into this world in the year 2004 at Portland, Oregon. It was a cloudy day, which is typically the case in Portland. And we just dedicated her name to the power of the clouds. Megh means clouds in Hindi, and Meghna means the voice or the expression of the clouds. Today, you're going to witness Meghna's expressions through her dance, which she has been learning for over 12 years now.
Without further ado, we'd like to introduce you to Nartana Premchandra, who is going to be our MC. Nartana is a seasoned dance performer herself, and she will explain the nuances of each dance that Meghna is going to perform this evening. Welcome, Nartana.
Welcome to the show.
Good evening, and I'm delighted you're all here to see Meghana dance because I've been seeing Meghana since she was very young, and she's a beautiful dancer you're going to see tonight. So I'd like to start tonight's performance with a trip to the kingdom of Golconda. This kingdom is near Hyderabad in South India, and there's a huge sprawling fort there. It was begun in the early 12th century, and it soon became incredibly wealthy. Why? Because it was the only source in the world at that time of diamonds. So the stories of the legendary diamonds began there. The Hope Diamond, the Kohinoor Diamond, even the lost diamonds like the Great Akbar Diamond, I believe. They all began there. So in such a fabled fort, there are all kinds of stories. For example, it is said that women in the kingdom would not want to look in a mirror because they felt that would bring bad energy and cause blemishes on their skin. So instead, inside the fort, these huge water pits were built in which women could look at their faces. Another story says, and there are some who swear this is true, and there are others who say, no, this is legend. You can decide for yourself. Another story says that there was a prince who used to hunt outside of the fort. There was a river bordering Golconda, and he would hunt in the surrounding villages. And one day, while hunting, he saw this beautiful young woman. And then he returned the next day, and the next, and they started talking, and they soon fell in love. The thing is, this woman was not a princess, naturally, she was in a village, but she wasn't a peasant either. She was a Devadasi. Devadasis are a class of dancers who perform classical Indian dance, the most prevalent of which is Bharatanatyam. That is what you're going to see this evening. Many civilizations in the world, such as ancient Egypt, ancient Athens, and the Eleusinian mysteries, the Vestal Virgins in Rome, many cultures have dedicated women to the temple. In many cultures, women have danced. However, nowhere in the world, except for India, I believe, has a dance developed so much. It is such a philosophical, artistic, poetic, very rhythmic, it's athletic. It's a very complex style of dance. And it is said that it was created by a sage, Bharata, thousands of years ago. And it is said that Brahma, the creator deity, told him to create something which the common man could see and enjoy, and yet which would edify as well. Because back in the old days, like in many ancient cultures, usually only the educated elite, usually men, could study the ancient philosophies and mythologies and literature. However, Bharata and Sage Bharata and Brahma wanted to make sure that everyone could enjoy the wisdom, the joy, the enlightenment that these stories have to offer, so dance was created. And in classical Indian dance, we use many different hand gestures, mudras, many different eye gestures, eyebrow gestures, neck, many body poses, many complex patterns of footwork. You're going to see that all tonight. Meghana is going to show you all of that tonight. The whole idea is to bring those great mysteries and lessons and legends all alive, and they come alive in dance in a way that it cannot come alive in any other medium. So tonight we will begin with, before I describe Meghana's first dance, I must say also that the Devadasis used to perform in a temple in India, South India especially, and they would begin their dancing career by presenting an Arangetram. Arang is Tamil for stage. Atram is to climb. So the Devadasis would present their first public performance to a gathering of intimates, and the king, of course. And that is what we are going to see this evening. And as we go along, I'll tell you a little bit more about what the Arangetram would entail. So the first dance Meghana will perform, there are actually two songs combined together. The first one is a Pushpanjali, which means a salutation of flowers. The dancer does this to sanctify the stage, to set the framework in space in which she is going to dance. That is followed immediately by a Ganesha dance. Now, everyone knows Ganesha by now. He is the elephant-headed deity. Meghana will describe his ears, the trunk. He's got a big stomach, which represents the universe, by the way. He removes all the obstacles. You know, anyone who believes in him, he removes all the obstacles in your way. And she also describes Omkara, which is a symbol Om in Hinduism. If you do yoga, I'm sure you would have heard of it, the sound of creation of the universe. And this song ends with the Jai Jai Ganesha, which is victory to Ganesh.
Tiranagadi, 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 Tonkanana, Takajam, 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 Takadindum, Takidajam. Tiranagadi, 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 Tonkanana, Takajam, 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 Takadindum, Takidajam.
വക്രതുണ്ടനേ വിശ്വവന്ദ്യനേ വരഗണനീയോ വാരണമുഖനേ വക്രതുണ്ടനേ വിശ്വവന്ദ്യനേ വരഗണനീയോ വാരണമുഖനേ വിജയഗണപനേ ഈശ്വാംബരനേ വിജയഗണപനേ ನಾಟ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ತುತಿಸುವೆ ಫಲ ಪುಷ್ಪಗಳ ಮಳೆಯನ್ನು ಸುರಿಸುವೆ ಗಾನನಾಟ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ತುತಿಸುವೆ ಫಲ ಪುಷ್ಪಗಳ ಮಳೆಯನ್ನು ಸುರಿಸುವೆ ಶಿವಪ್ರಿಯ ವರದ ರಕ್ಷಿಸು ಸದಾ ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ಶಿವಪ್ರಿಯನೇ ಶಿವಪ್ರಿಯ ವರದ ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದದ ಅಜನೇ ಮುನಿಪ್ರಿಯನೇ ಸರ್ವೇಶನೇ ಅಜನೇ ಮುನಿಪ್ರಿಯನೇ ಸರ್ವೇಶನೇ ಅಜನೇ ಮುನಿಪ್ರಿಯನೇ ಸರ್ವೇಶನೇ ಓಂಕಾರ ಬಿಂದು ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ಸಿದ್ಧಿದಾತನೇ ಆಶ್ರಿತ ಚರಣೇ ಓಂಕಾರ ಬಿಂದು ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ಸಿದ್ಧಿದಾತನೇ ಆಶ್ರಿತ ಚರಣೇ ಓಂಕಾರ ಬಿಂದು ಗಜಮುಖನೇ
So you see how Ganesha is brought to life through dance. I forgot to mention that Ganesha is always prayed to at the beginning of any endeavor. If you're going to go to school or a new school or get a new job or buy a new car, Ganesha is meant to remove all the obstacles. The next dance is a dance of pure rhythm, or nritta. That means just pure rhythm and melody. So this is Ajati Swaram. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about melodies and rhythm before Meghana begins. So the 7 basic notes in Hindu classical music is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. It's like do, re, mi. And Carnatic music is based on many ragas. Raga is a melody. It actually means color because it influences your mind in a certain way. So there are ragas of the morning, ragas of the evening. Meghana's name, Meghana means cloud. There are ragas to bring in clouds and rain. And there are many different rhythms. You'll see she has very complex rhythm patterns in this dance. And just to give you a basic idea of how the rhythms work, there are 5 basic rhythm cycles. The first is Tishra, 3, Takita, Chatursha, 4, Takadimi, Khanda, 5, Taka Takita, Mishra, 7, Takadimi Takita, Sankirna, 9, Takadimi Taka Takita. So these are the different beats you hear in a dance. And also, I mentioned earlier that different hand movements have meaning. Well, in Ajati Swaram, they don't have meaning, but you'll see Meghana do movements like this, like this, like this. These are all to finish a sequence of gestures with poise and refinement, so it's polished. So this dance begins with some fast footwork, you'll see that, and she has a beautiful stylized walking in it as well.
sa sa ni da pa ma ga ga ma pa ga ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ga ma pa ga ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ga ma pa ga ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ga ma pa
So
ज्वाला सी जलती है आंखों में जिसके भी दिल में तेरा नाम है। परवाह ही क्या उसका आरंभ कैसा है और कैसा परिणाम है। धरती अंबर सितारे उसकी नजरें उतारे, डर भी उससे डरा है जिसकी रखवाली यारे करता साया तेरा। देवासी गणेश 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 देवासी गणेश। जो कमाए वो धनवान है, इन किनारे की कट्टी है वो देवा तुझसे जो अनजान है। यूं तो मूषक सवारी तेरी, सब पे है पहरेदारी तेरी, पाप की आंधियां लाख हो कभी ज्योति न हारी तेरी। अपनी तकदीर का वो खुद सिकंदर हुआ है, भूल के ये जहां है जिस किसी ने यहाँ है साथ पाया तेरा। हे देवासी गणेशा, देवासी गणेशा, देवासी गणेशा, देवासी गणेशा, देवासी गणेशा, देवासी गणेशा। दुनिया में लोगों ने दिल अपने फिर थामे, आया हूँ लेकर मैं फिर कितने हंगामे। जरा देखो कौन आ गया है, जमाने पे जो छा गया है। जमी किस पे है सब निगाहें, खुली किसकी खातिर है बाहें। ऐसा दिल का मिलाया मुझको पहचान लो मैं हूँ जिंदगी की फांसी लगा के मौत से खेलता हूँ जुआ। ना मुझको गम है ना मुझको परवाह, कौन मेरा दुश्मन हुआ, दुश्मन जो मेरा हो। रहता नहीं दुनिया में बहुत ही खतरनाक हूँ मैं। बहुत ही खतरनाक हूँ मैं, हर एक पल में चालाक हूँ मैं। दुनिया फिर जीतने आया।
दोस्तों से प्यार किया, दुश्मनों से बदला लिया, जो भी किया हमने किया शान से, शान से। दोस्तों से प्यार किया, दुश्मनों से बदला लिया, जो भी किया हमने किया शान से, शान से।
So if you might have noticed on the stage, there are two pillars. They're carved with different deities, and they're supposed to represent a temple. So a Devadasi would, well, first on the day stories of all kinds of things. There are varnams about Krishna, there are varnams about Rama, the different Hindu deities. There are varnams that my mom taught one of her students once, which was dedicated to one's parents. So a varnam can be about many different things. And today, Meghana will do a gorgeous varnam about Shakti, which is the feminine power in the universe. It is said that the gods can't function without Shakti. They just become useless and kind of weak. And it's true, even in our language, you know, if you see someone who doesn't have strength, you can say, oh, he doesn't have any Shakti. So, and there's stories about this, how the gods actually become kind of, you know, useless until the goddess arrives and then gives them strength. So in India, there's a highly developed goddess theology. So you may know about the basic three, which are Saraswati, who plays the veena, and she's the goddess of intelligence and art, painting, music. There's Lakshmi, who everyone thinks is the goddess of wealth, and she may be, but there's a lot more to her than that. The goddess of dignity, of your bearing, of how you deal with adversity when it, you know, undoubtedly comes. And then there's Parvati. Parvati is married to Shiva. So there's a statue of Shiva over there, which I'll explain to you later on. But Parvati is goddess of the earth, and Shiva is Lord of the universe. And they are so connected that it is said they are as close to one another as a word and its meaning. So that's how close Parvati and Shiva are. And Parvati, in addition to being, well, she's a goddess of the earth, but there are many aspects to Parvati. So there is Parvati, who is the gentle housewife. There's Parvati, who is the fierce warrior, who you're going to see in the dance Meghana will show. And each of these goddesses has different names because there's such a great diversity in India. So every village in India will give their goddess a different name based on different qualities, slightly different qualities she might have, or different clothing she might wear, jewelry, something like that. Every goddess is distinct, yet all forms one, is all part of Devi or Parvati. So in this dance, Meghana is going to show you, first of all, Ranjini. So Ranjini is the fierce goddess who, she has to kill a demon called Mahishasura. And the story goes that this demon, he ruled the world, and he wanted more, like they all do. Once you rule the world, you just want more and more. And he thought, I want to be invincible. So he goes to pray to Brahma, the creator deity. And he prays and prays and prays. And then finally Brahma arrives and he says, okay, you've been very persistent and patient. What would you like? And he says, I want to be immortal. And Brahma says, sorry, can't do that. And so Mahishasura says, what do I do? And then, he has an idea. What's next best to being immortal? Only being able to be killed by a female, a woman. So he's like, no woman can kill me. So if I am to die, let it be a woman. So Brahma says, so be it. So then he proceeds to cause havoc around the world, and then the minor gods go up to, go up and pray to Shiva and Brahma, Vishnu, and then, which are the main trinity in Hinduism. And they say, okay, this is what we'll do. And they all focus and focus and focus, and from their energy, they create this deity, Shakti, Ranjini. However, that energy is actually hers, it's already in them. It's a little complicated. Anyway, they create her. And Shiva gives her his trident. Vishnu gives his disc. Brahma gives a little pot, which carries the life-giving elixir, the elixir of life. So they give this to her, and she's strong, and then she goes to find this demon and get rid of him. And you'll see Meghana walk like this. And when she walks like this, she's looking for that demon to destroy him. And when she does, a song comes up. A verse comes up, Aigiri Nandini, and it's one of the most, one of the most haunting, very mesmerizing verses, and it's all dedicated to the goddess. So basically the meaning is, daughter of the mountain, victory to you. And so this dance is all about the goddess, Ranjini, and different aspects of her. There's Vagishwari, which is the goddess of speech. There's in the second half, there's a second half of the Varnam, which is even faster than the first, if you can believe it. Second half, you're going to see her do this. And she's Simha Vahini. It's the lady who rides a lion. And it's a very fierce. And you also hear the words Tripura Sundari, which is the goddess of the three worlds. Also the goddess of three states of being, your body, your soul, and your mind. You can also think of your waking consciousness, your dreamless sleep, and your dreaming sleep. So these are the goddesses that are mentioned. And also, very important, in the first half of this dance, she shows the 9 different expressions in Hindu aesthetic theory. So they are Shringara, love, laughter, compassion, anger, and she does it really well like this, that's anger. And she does, of course, bravery, fear, disgust, wonder, and peace. So these are the 9 basic expressions in Hindu aesthetic theory. And in the second half of the dance, she will show, this Varnam is very complex actually, as you can tell. So in the second half of the dance, she's going to show what's called Arishad Varga, or the 6 enemies of the mind. These are the 6 qualities that are going to block you from ever reaching enlightenment unless you really work through them. And these are selfish desire, kama, anger, greed, jealousy, delusion, pride, arrogance. Yes, did I do 6? I think I did, yes. Make sure. I should know these, but I forget them, so I write them down to make sure that I don't miss any. So, so this is, oh, and also in this dance, you're going to hear some fantastic percussion. The instruments are very interesting in this dance, which you'll see. And I think I've explained everything in this particular dance. I don't think Meghana is ready yet, because I think I would hear her bells if she's ready. So I'm going to tell you the story of Shiva and Parvati, because this is just an amazing story. This tells you how close they are. So Shiva marries Sati. In Parvati's earlier incarnation, she is Sati, which means she who is. And they are incredibly happy. They are so happy together. And then what happens one day, Sati's father has a great ceremony, and Sati is not invited. So she gets really angry, like, why am I not invited? And Shiva tells her, don't go ask your father about this. Don't ask him, because it's not worth it. Shiva, you see, this is what I love about Shiva. He's an outcast. His body is smeared with ash, and he has long locks of hair. And the universe, as he dances, he's lord of the dance. And as he dances, locks of hair fly around in the universe. He doesn't abide by society's rules. He doesn't care about impressing anyone. That's not him. He's all about truth. So he knows that that's why Sati's father has not invited him to the ceremony. So anyway, but Sati still wants to find out. And then she goes to his ceremony, her father's ceremony, and then he basically tells her, I don't want your husband here. And she's so angry, she's so hurt by this, that she invokes her yogic power, the Shakti, and she burns herself to death, and she takes herself off the earth. And Shiva is furious. Shiva is furious at this. And so he and his army, they come to the ceremony, and it's a great battle, and everything is destroyed basically. But afterwards, Shiva is so distraught. He is so distraught that he takes I should say that there's a representation of Sati there, because I just said she burned herself, but let's say her basic being is still there. So he picks her being up, and he takes her all across India. He takes her from the south to the north, and as he takes her, parts, like her earrings fall off here, her bracelets fall off here, her bells fall off here. Her body parts actually fall in India. And this is why India is considered a sacred geography. And so this is why the goddess is associated with India. So he's so distraught, and he goes into deep meditation. And when he's in deep meditation, in the meantime, Sati is reborn as Parvati, daughter of the king of the mountain, a father she can be proud of. And she knows that it's her destiny to marry Shiva. So she sees him on the hill meditating. She does everything in her power to attract his attention, but he ignores her. He just ignores her. Kama, the god of love, tries to string his bow to make Shiva wake up and then see Parvati there, and fall in love with her. And Kama does that, the god of love, he does that. And then Shiva wakes up, but then he knows he's been tricked. He's so angry, he burns the god of love. So Shiva is so distraught, the gods get worried. He has to, because he's Lord of the universe, he has to be awake once more. And so finally Parvati goes into deep meditation. And she stops eating and drinking. And she becomes Aparna, Lady of the Unbroken Fast. And she's so deep in meditation. And finally, Shiva understands that she really wants to be with him. And he goes to her in disguise and says, why do you want to be with Shiva? He's an outlaw. I mean, he's dirty hair, dirty skin. Why do you want to be with him? And she says, well, you have no idea what you're saying. He's the one I'm destined to be with. He's my Lord. And then Shiva reveals himself, and they marry. So that is a story of Shiva and Shakti. So you will see Meghana tonight do different aspects of Shakti. And I believe she's ready, and I think I've told you everything in this dance that I like to tell you. So this is really a phenomenal dance, so I hope you enjoy it.
शिवशक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तिः भगवती न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलस्पन्दितुमपि अतस्त्वाम् आराध्य हरिहर विधीन्द्रादिभिरति प्रणम्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति रञ्जनी महिषासुरमर्दिनी त्रिशूलिनी ब्रह्माण्डपालिनी रञ्जनी महिषासुरमर्दिनी त्रिशूलिनी महिषासुरमर्दिनि त्रिशूलिनि ब्रह्माण्डपालिनि रञ्जनि महिषासुरमर्दिनि त्रिशूलिनि ब्रह्माण्डपालिनि रञ्जनि महिषासुरमर्दिनि त्रिशूलिनि ब्रह्माण्डपालिनि
What did I say? The goddess is in the house. That's an amazing, amazing dance. That was incredible. So now Meghana's family would like you to join them for some refreshments in the lobby. Intermission will be about 20 minutes. So after that very fierce, dynamic dance of the goddess, we have now a very gentle, devotional dance. This song is called Brocheva, and it was one of my grandfather's favorite hymns, one of my father's favorite hymns. And it's all about Prince Rama of the Ramayana. So the Ramayana is one of the great Hindu epics, it was compiled between 200 BCE, 200 AD. And it's about Prince Rama, who is unfairly exiled from his kingdom. At the moment he's about to wear the crown of the kingdom, he's exiled into the forest. His wife and brother go with him. He endures all kinds of trials. His wife is kidnapped. Then he has to find his wife. And it's hardship after hardship for him. And my grandmother used to always say that Rama had to suffer so we understand when we go through trials in our life, to persist, to keep faith, to always, Rama would be very moved when there were people who just fell at his feet to meet him, because he was divine but didn't quite know it. So he was very human as well. So this song is all about, before I go to the meaning of this song, because of the trials Rama endures, this has endeared him to millions of people throughout the ages. One of them was Mahatma Gandhi, and when he was shot, the first words he said were, "Hey Ram." So this is how very close to Rama many people feel. So this song, Brocheva, means who else will save me? So Meghana plays a devotee of Rama who's asking him to never leave her. What will she do without him? She can't imagine her life without him. And she says, weren't you the ones who did these great deeds? And she shows his bow and arrow, because with this he fought the enemy. And it also has a metaphysical meaning, the idea of fighting against your own inner demons. And then she shows Hanuman, like this, and in a pose. You'll see Hanuman is the monkey spirit who aided Ram. And she also shows the 10 incarnations of Vishnu.
రామ రామ ఓ చతురాననాది వందిత నీకు పరాకేలనయ్య 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 నీ చరితము పొగడలేని నా చింత తీర్చి పరము నీర్చి వేగమే నీ చరితము పొగడలేని నా చింత తీర్చి పరము నీర్చి వేగమే ఓ చతురాననాది వందిత నీకు పరాకేలనయ్య నీ చరితము పొగడలేని నా చింత తీర్చి పరము నీర్చి వేగమే సాని ద పదని సని ని ద పమ పాదమ గ మా పదని సని ద పమ ని ద పమ గ మా పదమ గరి స సమా గ మా పదమ పదని సరి ని ని సద పదని పాదమ పదని సని ద పమ గ మరి దని పదమ పదని స మా గరి స రి సని ద ప సని ద పమ గ మా పదని సో
I forgot to mention in that dance, there's so much in that dance actually. It's such a beautiful devotional dance. I forgot to mention the scene where she plays an elephant and it's caught in the mouth of a crocodile. So Vishnu comes and saves the elephant. So, I make all these notes to make sure not to forget, and it was in my notes and I forgot to say it. So, but anyway, and when she bows down and touches the stage, this is touching Rama's feet. So there's so much in each dance, honestly. It takes a couple of viewings to get all that's in it. So the next dance is about Shiva. And Shiva is right over there. And I just thought I'd explain to you really quickly the imagery of the statue. Shiva is Lord of the universe in his form as Nataraja. He's Lord of the dance. So in his right hand, he holds the drum of creation. In the left hand, the fire of destruction. His right hand here, this is the gesture Abhayahasta, which is do not fear. In the whirl of energy around him, all that fire and energetic connection around him, do not fear. He's standing on a little creature that they call it a kind of an evil dwarf, they call it, but it just represents ignorance. So he dances upon it. And his whole dance is incredibly dynamic. And there's even a snake that's whirling around him. His hair is flying, as he dances. It's incredibly dynamic. So in this next piece, Meghana has choreographed herself a piece about Shiva dancing. To graduate from Dances of India, my mom, Asha Prem, requires the student to choreograph a piece of her own. So this next piece will show Shiva's incredibly dynamic dance. It's really elemental power. That's what I like to think of it. The music has touches of folk and fusion, but the dance is all classical.
కోటి అఖిల పరిపాలన పూరణ జగత్కారణ సత్యదేవ దేవ ప్రియ వేద వేదార్థ సార యజ్ఞ యజ్ఞోమయ నిశ్చల దుష్ట నిగ్రహ సప్తలోక సంరక్షణ సోమ సూర్య అగ్నిలోచన శ్వేత రిషభ వాహన శూలపాణి భుజంగ భూషణ త్రిపుర నాశనర్తన రోమకేశ మహాసేన జనక పంచవక్ర పరశుహస్త నమః ఓం శివోహం రుద్రనామం
त्रिकालनेत्रत्रिनेत्रसूनत्रिशूलगात्रम् सत्यप्रभावदिव्यप्रकाशमन्त्रस्वरूपमात्रम् निष्प्रपञ्चादिनिष्कलङ्कोऽहं निजपूर्णबोधहम् प्रत्यगात्माहं नित्यब्रह्मोऽहं स्वप्रकाशोऽहम् सच्चित्प्रमाणमो मूलप्रमेयमो अयं ब्रह्मास्मि ओमो महं ब्रह्मास्मि ओमो संहारः सकललोकाय सर्वभूताय सत्यसाक्षात्कारः
You see, I told you elemental power, right? That was an amazing dance. Now, I would like to call Meghana's father up, Shrikant.
Wow, what an evening. Hope you all enjoyed the show so far.
Yeah, Meghna is super talented. She not only can dance, but can sing, can teach, paint, and all the paintings displayed outside are her works. She plays soccer, tennis, longboards, and loves fashion, and designs her own dresses. All this while excelling in academics. We are so proud of our daughter. We both feel like parents of Malcolm in the Middle, as we are actually clueless in terms of how many activities she participates in and excels at.
True, can't agree more. Now, coming to thanking, there are so many people to thank. First, I'd like to start by thanking Ishvara, the Almighty or God, for giving us this opportunity. Then I'd like to thank our parents, specifically my father, Professor Seshaya Shastri Kommu, who is a source of inspiration and motivation for all of us.
Yes, we'd like to thank our parents for their blessings and always encouraging Meghna to dance. Special thanks to my mom and my brother Sai for doing all the Arangetram dresses and jewelry shopping.
We'd like to thank Asha Prem, Meghna's guru and teacher, for guiding her for so many years and truly influencing her to excel not only at dance, but in everything she does. We'd like to thank all the people who traveled from out of state and helped us with the arrangements for the show. Kishore, Hima, Avinash, Sri Lakshmi, Maruti, Venishri, and all the kids, especially the kids. They were outstanding with their help. And Sharma Baba and Pallavi, we miss Amamma and Leela Pinido.
We'd like to thank Nartana for doing an amazing job as the MC, Usha for doing Meghna's makeup, Taj Palace for preparing food, Tom, Patrick, and the MICDS crew for helping us with audio visuals, and so many of our friends helping us out for the past several days and weeks.
I'd like to thank Rakesh Rao for giving me the cheat sheet to prepare for this occasion. Raghu Garu and Sujata Garu, Ram Mohan Garu and Harish Garu for giving some amazing ideas and help the past few weeks. And my uncle and aunt, Murthy and Sushila Kommu, and so many other elders who are watching online. And also we thank for their blessings. There are so many more, but thank you one and all.
We'd like to now call our son Varun onto the stage to say a few words about Meghna.
Good evening, everyone. I am Varun, Meghna's brother. I remember when we were kids, Meghna and I used to watch the show Dora the Explorer. She always used to pretend to be Dora, and I was always her pet monkey, Boots. And just like Boots always looks up to Dora, I still look up to and follow my sister. My sister has been dancing for as long as I can remember, and I can assure you that dance is something she loves and will continue to do. I am proud of her for doing her Arangetram today. She's going to college next month, and I will miss her, but I know we will always be there for each other. Good luck, Meghna, and thank you all for attending the show this evening.
Hello, everyone. Ever since I was little, I've dreamed of this day to come, and now it's finally time. I remember my first ever dance class, way back in kindergarten, and the only reason my parents put me in class was to please my grandmother, who always dreamed of her first grandchild becoming a dancer. That 1 hour of dance every week became a place of comfort for me, somewhere where I can truly forget my other stresses of life. My most confident and free self arises on stage dancing, and my comfort in learning Bharatanatyam has led me to perform and choreograph for my school's dance show and dance squad. Learning how to perform has helped me come out of my shell and become more comfortable in my body and self, and for that, I am first and foremost grateful to my guru, Mrs. Prem, for guiding me both in dance and in life as I grew up. I am in awe of your dedication and passion for this art form. Next, Miss Nartana Premachandra, for being a wonderful MC tonight. Your vast knowledge of Indian culture and knack for storytelling astounds me. I would also like to thank Ila Auntie for all the many hours of dance drama directing. Those practices were truly some of the best memories I've ever had. And of course, I'm so grateful for all the friends I've made throughout, all of you guys, Varsha, Dia, Nirmita, Sahi, Sia, Saisha, Anoki, Kalika, Harshini, Aranya, and so many more. I'll always cherish the memories we made together. Thank you also to my makeup artist, Usha Auntie. You are so professional and calm no matter how freaked out I am. And finally, my family. Amma, you have always been and will always be the shining light in my life. Thank you for staying by my side and picking after my clumsy and forgetful self. You are always willing to shop for many clothes with me, and I can truly be my freest self around you. I love you so much more than I can express in words. And then my father, Nana, you have always been my rock, my biggest supporter and motivator, the greatest cheerleader I could ever ask for. I know I get annoyed at you sometimes for literally no reason, but that's just my weird way of showing my love. I don't know how I can continue to function in college without your constant presence. Varun, thank you for always making me laugh. We will forever be a team. Amama, you have the kindest soul, and you have influenced me to follow my passions in dance, singing, and art. Thank you for shaping me into the woman I am today. Thank you to my grandfather, Om Tata, for supporting me in both the arts and academics. I'd also like to thank Himata for helping me with my costume changes, Sai Mama for buying all my costumes, and Kishore Mama, Shivank, Devansh, Amal, Avinash Mama, and Marati Mama for helping setting up everything for this evening, and the rest of my family that visited from out of town. And finally, the audience for coming here today and supporting me on my journey. I really couldn't have done it without you guys.
One of Meghana's friends would like to speak about her. She can come up. Oh, here you are.
Hi. Hi everyone. I'm here today to say a few words about Meghna, one of my closest friends and one of the most amazing people I know. Meghna has always been one of the most hardworking people I know. One of the smartest too, but above all, hardworking. She has always been an incredible student, pulling perfect scores on tests that make the rest of the class marvel at her intelligence or her luck. But those who know her well know that those results come from hours of careful studying and preparation. Despite being pressed for time with studying and extracurriculars, Meghna is always happy to help others with material they don't understand, and even let them look at study guides that she spends hours on. This year I participated in the Indian dance she choreographed for our school's annual dance performance, having absolutely zero experience in the style. And through her teaching was able to perform the dance by the end of the season, which I'll tell you was very impressive on her part because I did not pick up the moves quickly at all. She was always a patient teacher, even when explaining the same move for the 20th time in a row, and that is not an overstatement. As much of a team player as Meghna is, she is also incredibly competitive and always strives to be the very best. Whether it be a card game or a JV soccer match, I always know she'll take winning seriously, even if there is no reward other than bragging rights. Meghna, you're also so funny. I can always count on this girl to chime in with the craziest little comment in any conversation or pull out some hilarious dance move at an otherwise boring school dance. At our school's annual garage sale, I remember her appearing one year with this terrifying bear costume in a wagon, and I just thought to myself, only Meghna. Meghna, thank you for all the great memories. I'm gonna miss you in college. Thank you everyone for your time. I hope you'll take this opportunity to congratulate Meghna and have a great rest of your night.
Now I'd like to call up my mom, Asha Prem, to give Meghana the certificate of graduation of Dances of India, our school.
Okay, Meghana has been learning from me for 13 years.
I think so. Yeah.
13 years, my goodness, that's a long time. But it's been worth it. She hardly spoke in the class for all those 13 years. She danced, but that's it. I hope you'll continue with the art. You should always preserve this art and bring it up. And don't mix it with Bollywood dancing.
Okay, here we go.
Usually, graduates of our school come up to kind of welcome Meghana to the club. I think there's some here tonight. Here they come. Varsha just graduated last week, our most recent. And then Sahi was 2 weeks ago. Saumya, Aranya, and Dia were all last year.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Varsha, and I'm a recent graduate of Dances of India. Here at Dances of India, we have a tradition of formally congratulating the Arangetram student for their incredible accomplishment. On behalf of all Dances of India graduates, Meghana, welcome to the club.
We'd also like to present a few gifts to my guru.
So now we come to the last two dances. Before I introduce it, I just would like to say a couple of things. One, our company, Dances of India, this is our 45th season in town. We're one of the oldest classical Indian dance companies in the US, actually. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're so grateful to the St. Louis community and the Indian community for supporting us for so many years. So our 45th annual production is November 11th through the 13th at Chaminade, the Skip Viras Center for the Arts. And we write original productions each year. So this year, it's about the Ganges. It's called River Goddess, Love and Other Shenanigans Alongside the Ganges. So it should be fun. And you can just Google us, Dances of India, St. Louis. We come up. And now we're going to do a Tilana. Tilana, in either music concerts or dance concerts, they conclude a performance. It's just it's an ecstatic combination of syllables and melodic rhythms. And there's just a small verse in this about Parvati again, Shakti, the goddess. And that is followed immediately by a Mangalam, which is a short verse just thanking the deities, the ancestors, the audience for gracing Meghana's Arangetram with their presence.
Dheem, 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 tana dhira na dheem, tana ta dhira na dheem, tanam ta tom ta dheem. Dre dre dilla na dheem, dre dilla na dheem, dilla na dheem, 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 tana dhira na dheem, tana ta dhira na dheem, tanam ta tom ta dheem. Dre dre dilla na dheem, dre dilla na dheem, dilla na dheem, 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 tana dhira na dheem, tana ta dhira na dheem, dre dre dilla na dheem, dre dilla na dheem, dilla na dheem, 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 tana dhira na dheem, tana ta dhira na dheem, dre dre dilla na dheem, dre dilla na dheem, dilla na dheem, 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 tana dhira na dheem, tana ta dhira na dheem, dre dilla na dheem, dre dilla na dheem, dilla na dheem, 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 tana dhira na dheem, tana ta dhira na Thank you.
मङ्गलं जय मङ्गलं मङ्गलं शुभमङ्गलं मङ्गलं जय मङ्गलं मङ्गलं शुभमङ्गलं मङ्गलं जय मङ्गलं इंदीवराक्षगे शिवराजवरदगे इंदिरारमण गोविन्द हरिगे इंदीवराक्षगे शिवराजवरदगे इंदिरारमण गोविन्द हरिगे नन्दनाकन्दगे नवनीत चोरगे वृन्दारकेन्द्र सुरुचिर नन्दनाकन्दगे नवनीत चोरगे वृन्दारकेन्द्र सुरुचिर मङ्गलं जय मङ्गलं मङ्गलं व्यासावतारके वेद उद्धारके वासितानन्द हरिसकलेशके व्यासावतारके वेद उद्धारके वासितानन्द हरिसकलेशके वसुदेवमूर्ति पुरन्दर विठलगे दासरा कायमा सुखीरमणगे वसुदेवमूर्ति पुरन्दर विठलगे दासरा कायमा सुखीरमणगे मङ्गलं जय मङ्गलं मङ्गलं शुभमङ्गलं मङ्गलं जय मङ्गलं
You know, in the old days, the king would give the Devadasi 108 gold coins after an Arangetram. So maybe Shrikant, you could fork up. So thank you so much, and Meghana's family would love for you to join them for dinner in the dining hall. Thank you again.